So have you seen the new Star Wars, mate?
Yeah, I'm a big fan, yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about it at the end of the video, but first, Kylo Ren. Portraying a villain in a blockbuster movie generally leaves an actor with two choices. Either treat that shit like Shakespeare, or ham it the fuck up. According to most everyone involved with the production of The Force Awakens, Adam Driver, who played Kylo Ren, opted for the former approach.
So, Adam Driver.
Yes.
He plays Kylo Ren.
Yeah, the Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like, we need to address the fact, though, that Adam Driver has not been well recently. So, have you heard?
No?
No, he hurt his back 'cause he's been carrying the Star Wars franchise for the past 5 years. He's the best part of the film, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Because you can tell that he's the only one who gives a shit. It's like, he treats that stuff so seriously, which is what we're talking about today. It's like, because he is, like, through and through, a method actor, and he treats every role he does, even one where he's playing a large-dicked space wizard who swings around a laser sword and dominates the mind of lesser beings with his, like, nebulously defined psychic powers. He treats that stuff like, like it's Shakespeare.
How do you, method act being big dick Kylo Ren?
Yeah, and apparently that manifested itself with just Adam Driver growling on set and just stomping around in full costume. And apparently something that was very easy for him because the costume that Kylo Ren wears was very, very uncomfortable. Okay. And according to Driver's like, yeah, that suit was really uncomfortable, but Kylo Ren wouldn't complain, so I didn't. So, but what did you do? Like, if it's uncomfortable, that can't help your acting. I actually know it did, because I channeled how uncomfortable and irritated and angry I was into my characterization of Ren.
That's fair enough, because Kylo Ren is frustrated all of the fucking time.
That is the best bit of the entire film, just Kylo Ren smashing apart. Like, define a character with one scene. It's just kind of just smashing it up.
My favourite thing is you went, is there a scene that's better? And that was the first thing that popped into my head. Like, oh, I knew straight away.
But the only scene that potentially topped it is the one immediately after the two Stormtroopers walking out. Nope, just no. You know what they are? The two smartest Stormtroopers in the entire fucking franchise. I love those little bits where they characterize like the Stormtroopers, because I think one of my favourite Star Wars related things that isn't Star Wars is Robot Chicken.
Okay.
Because that was made with the blessing of George Lucas. I think they even got a couple of the original voice actors to come and reprise their roles.
Right, yeah.
And it's just all the stuff about the Emperor walking about on the Death Star. Like the one where he's on the escalator, just going up the Death Star. So obviously, the Death Star's got massive fucking escalators. Yeah. And it's just, every time a Stormtrooper goes past, it's my lord, it's like Stormtrooper. My lord, Stormtrooper. My lord, Stormtrooper.
My lord,
Stormtrooper.
my lord,
Stormtrooper.
my lord,
Yep.
my lord,
Uh-huh.
my lord,
Yo.
my lord.
My lord, Stormtrooper. And he's like, that must happen every single day. Like, that must be a thing that's happening. Like, so obviously, the Emperor's walking about, he must bump into Stormtroopers. Like, what do they do? Do they say hello?
So, I'm sure like everybody else loved him just growling at them on set.
Yeah, and it does make that Driver seem like a bit of a dick. So to clarify that, he's a method actor, and he wanted to portray like Kylo Ren as accurately as possible, and that involved staying in character off set. And because Kylo Ren's a dickhead, Adam Driver had to act like a dickhead. And he was so committed to not breaking character between takes that he would sit around in full costume alone, and he refused to eat his lunch with anybody that Kylo Ren didn't like. So which meant, that's everybody. So he just ate lunch alone in full costume every day, which is the most Kylo Ren shit ever, isn't it? Just Kylo Ren just sat. So whoever edits this one, please now just Photoshop just Kylo Ren just sat alone. Do you know the sad Keanu meme?
Oh, yeah.
Him sat on the bench. Just Photoshop like Adam Driver or Kylo Ren next to Keanu Reeves, just on the bench with him.
I just want to know, has he got the helmet on?
Yes. He would wear the helmet between takes.
How is he going to eat?
No, he'd take it off to eat, but he'd
Oh
wear
no, I love the idea of him just cramming it into the helmet.
Just try to force it through, like, here comes the airplane. No, he'd take it off when he was eating, but if he had to wear the helmet for a scene, he'd just keep it on and then just sit there getting very angry under it because it's very hot. Something I didn't notice on the first watch of Force Awakens is during the battle he has with Rey, he's punching himself in the gut.
It's fair enough because the Sith actually use pain and fear to fight.
And the Jedi don't. So, who's better?
So, like, he's committed to that, but surely he must have like, hung around with his co-stars at some point.
Not at all, no. He stayed in character virtually the entire time he was, like, on the production of the Star Wars movies. And according to his co-stars, he took it so seriously that he even turned down an opportunity to go have lunch with Mark Hamill, who invited him out to have lunch with him to talk about acting. And he says, well, you're my nephew in this film. Let's hang out. And he's like, no, I can't, because Kylo Ren doesn't like his uncle. No! So he took it so seriously, he turned down the opportunity to hang out with Mark Hamill.
Oh, I'm dying inside.
Yeah, it's like because he wanted to be in character, and that's how seriously he treated the character of Kylo Ren. And the reason he's so committed is like, some people don't know, it's like Kylo Ren, sorry, not Kylo, Adam Driver, fuck it, the same character. He used to be a Marine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a former Marine, so that's why he's so disciplined when it comes to this thing. And there's great stories about when he went into acting school, where everyone was scared of him and he made people cry because he was so intense. And they're like, Adam, are you okay? He's like, yes. It's like, you want to loosen up a bit? I am loose.
Also, let's bear in mind he's like 6 foot something and wide as hell.
Oh yeah, he's so wide. Like, why is Kylo Ren? We've talked about this before. Ben Swallow, man, it can't be stopped. There's an idea as well, like how seriously, Kylo Ren, of how seriously Adam Driver took being Kylo Ren. Like his co-stars took it upon themselves to try and get him to break character, just to see if they could.
Oh, okay.
And according to John Boyega, what he'd do is every time he'd see Adam Driver in costume with a helmet off, looking sad, he'd walk up and hug him. And according to him, like, he would stay very stiff and not move until the hug was over, which again is a very Kylo Ren thing to do.
That's awesome.
So all the people said would just walk up and just randomly hug him to try and get him to break character, and he never did.
Oh, fair play. Fair play.
Just that thing. Oh, I love John Boyega. Do you hear that? Like he lost out on a date because of Star Wars.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, like when he was cast as Finn.
Yeah.
He was on a date or something like that, and I went, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" He went, "That," and he pointed to a big post that is like in Times Square, it's just his face. And the girl got weirded out and left. That reminds me of like Henry Cavill, who said, "Oh yeah, I nearly lost out on playing Superman because I'm playing World of Warcraft." I love Henry Cavill so because he hates being Superman, and he went and beat The Witcher.
Yeah.
So I want to put a white wig on, like Raiden from Mortal Kombat movies, and just walk around hitting chimeras with a stick.
Is Adam Driver like as intense as Kylo Ren in real life?
Like, he kind of is, but he doesn't like people saying that. So there's an interview with him where they're talking about this, and they say, "You're a method actor." And he says, "Yeah, I am." No, I respect like the art of acting, and I want to do my best in everything that I do. And they go, "Well, so what do you do for fun?" And Adam Driver goes, "Well, yeah, I have fun." "Well, what do you do?" He goes, "I go clubbing." "Do you?" "No, not really." And he can't answer what he does for fun. And it makes me feel like, oh, Adam. It's just the idea that someone asked him, like, "Oh, so do you have fun?" He goes, "Yeah." "Okay, what do you do?" And he can't answer that question. Which makes me think that all he does is work out, and that's why he's so wide.
Either that, or he's into some like really weird shit he doesn't want to let us know about.
He plays World of Warcraft with Henry Cavill. So, spoilers from here on out for Rise of the Skywalker, but I don't think that's really something we need to say, considering it was spoiled by Fortnite.
Yeah.
So you didn't know that, did you, Luke?
Not until last night.
Yeah, so fun fact about Star Wars, I'm assuming everyone who's watching this has seen Or They Don't Care, and the Emperor's back, and the opening title crawl just says, "Oh yeah, the Emperor out of nowhere just came back and he released a message that everyone heard all over the galaxy, but you're not allowed to see that message, because that'd be difficult, and that message was played in Fortnite." Yeah, because that's what movies are now.
Carl, it said all across the galaxy.
It's so bad. It's like when they put Thanos in Fortnite, and then they put Fortnite in, like, Avengers. And I was thinking, don't you think it's in poor taste to put the guy who killed half the galaxy in your video game? I bet that caused some fucking controversy in that universe. Anyway, what did you think of Rise of Skywalker?
I thought it was just like a fun, dumb film.
Dumb being the operative word, yes.
Yeah, it was enjoyable, but I never expected like a masterpiece out of it.
Yeah, it has that Game of Thrones problem now where it's such a flaccid, just wet fart of an ending. I have no desire to go back and watch the trilogy again, because it's the end, the culmination of 9 films, and it's just really just fell so flat. Although I will give the Emperor props for being 3 for 3 for shocking himself in the face with his own lightning. It's like how he never learns. Also, that new force power they introduced is fucking bullshit. I mean, force healing is the stupidest shit because it ruins the entire film.
I genuinely thought for like a second when you find out Rey is a Palpatine, I was like, but Palpatine, that might have been like a power he researched and found out about. and that's going through a bloodline, and then just Ben uses it as well.
Yeah.
I was like,
No, it's a Jedi power. Actually learned from the ancient Jedi texts. But wait a minute, what's the entire crux for the start of the entire, series of films? Isn't it that Anakin Skywalker who asked the Jedi, is there a way to save people from death? Oh no, the Jedi can't do that, only Sith can do that.
yeah.
But doesn't, and then Rey learns how to heal people, and then...
It's seen in like a really Jedi way as well.
Because it's a healing power
Yeah.
and it's good. And it's like, it shows that, Kylo Ren turns back to the good side because he uses this Force. But wouldn't that be helpful? Just when I saw that healing power, I just went, that ruins the entire... And when she used it on a lightsaber wound, wouldn't that have been helpful when Qui-Gon Jinn gets fucking stabbed?
I just really found it bullshit that Palpatine just all of a sudden can, use this lightning to create a storm that takes down only the ships he doesn't want to work.
Also, don't forget that he, in complete secrecy, built 1 million Star Destroyers that can blow up planets, all staffed by about 10... they are 10 miles long and have, full staff on board and presumably catering facilities.
Man, I refuse to acknowledge if Ubisoft can't keep their games from leaking.
Yeah.
How did someone not leak this entire fleet of fucking Star
Have
Destroyers?
you heard? Palpatine is so working on a fleet of Star Destroyers. It's it's so good though. The Death Star, in 30 years they built half a Death Star. But in the same time frame, Palpatine just conjures using the Force 1 million Star Destroyers. That whole fire planet destroying lasers. A thing specifically needed to be put onto a planet-sized ship because of the amount of fucking energy it uses. I love the introduction of the female love interest for Poe. Just so they can say, no, Poe's not gay. I want to talk about this, it's so fucking funny.
The Oscar and Poe.
Oscar Isaac and
Poe and
Boyega.
Finn, little love interest going on.
Which has been a thing that's been hinted at. Not hinted at, but if you watch the films with it in mind that those two are super gay for each other, it really makes sense.
It still makes perfect sense, yeah.
And in the third film, they veer so hard away from that because they wouldn't be able to sell the film in China and those kind of markets. And they just have this woman coming from nowhere. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
They have two.
Yeah.
They have a woman for each man appear out of nowhere.
Just to say, no, these dudes aren't gay. And there's a great interview with Oscar Isaac where he just says straight fucking up, yeah, I was well on board for making, Finn and Poe gay. That shit would have been awesome, but with Disney overlords. And he says the word Disney overlords to camera in front of, Star Wars fucking library. You can just see in his head going, I'm a good enough actor where I don't need Disney.
What I love about the Poe and I can't even remember his love interest name.
No. You mean nobody woman?
Yeah. I just really love the idea that he just nods his head, she goes, no.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay then. That was it.
It's like, we just saved the universe, wanna bang? It's like, nah, man. I appreciate, though, the Commander Shepard-esque wanna bang.
Yeah.
I like that. People don't know what we're talking about. I think it's a YouTube poop thing. And it's just Commander Shepard just walking up to random women going, hey, wanna bang?
And that's essentially what Commander Shepard
we'll bang later, okay? That's the one, innit? And it's the one that always gets me for that. Please put the clip in, whoever edits this. He's like Commander Shepard walks in, person in a hospital bed, and just goes, I just wanted to bang you. I'll leave now. We'll bang, okay? And it's like,
I'll come by when you're feeling better. We'll bang, okay?